Good evening. Tonight my story will involve you. You will be a part of this story, and the choice you make will determine your fate. Our story tonight is based in Hong Kong. It's a multicultural city which is full of life, great people, great food, and great times. It's the 90s, and Hong Kong is booming. It's a city that is not sleeping yet again for another night. People are out on the streets to party. Restaurants are busy, theaters are packed, and the Hong Kong skyline is lit with its reflection showing in its harbor. It's December, and the night is cold and foggy. Now let's begin our story. So like I always say, sit back, relax, and unwind into the night. Steven is a hard-working taxi driver. He loves his job and has been doing this for years. He works nights as he thinks people are happier at night. He has a passion for telling jokes and making his customers laugh. He also has a selection of candies in his taxi and offers to customers anytime he has some. Steven has 2 children who are about to go to universities, and Steven works really hard to provide for them and his wife. Steven also has another passion, and that is to paint. His paintings are getting a lot of attention, as they are very, very realistic. People say there's something in his paintings that is so lifelike. It's like he captures the soul of the person in the painting. You are now going to enter this story. You are an office worker who has finished for the day, and you enter the lift in your building. Your colleagues are in the lift, and you all talk about your plans for the evening. You tell them that you've just spoken with your family, who are waiting for you to come back home so you can all have dinner together. The lift door opens on the ground floor, and you all say your goodbyes. You step outside your building through the rotating doors, and it's a noisy city road. Traffic is crazy, and you wish you could get a cab soon. You finally get a cab, and it parks next to you. You get in, and it smells great inside. It's very neat, and you tell the taxi driver your address, and he puts the meter down. You put your head back and relax, and the driver asks you what music you're into, and he plays some Cantonese songs at your request. While you're relaxing in the back seat, you think about your boss, who actually isn't such a nice man, and how he makes you overwork your tasks. You see some people enjoying the night outside on the roads. Some are enjoying it a little way too much, while falling on the pavement for being so drunk already. The driver stops at red lights and reaches out for some candies. He offers you some. You kindly accept it and start to enjoy it. It's a lemon-flavored one. It's about an hour's drive to your place, and the driver asks you if he can stop at a local Chinese restaurant, which he loves, and is on the way so he can eat for the night. You tell him it's fine, as long as he's quick. He agrees. He pulls into the side of the road, and the smell from the restaurant is irresistible. You ask the taxi driver what kind of food they have, and he tells you that they made the best spicy noodles to take away. Because it smells so good, you agree to try it. You tell him that you would like to come in, see it for yourself, and buy some too. You get outside the taxi. and walk into the restaurant with the driver. And you both walk out with a takeaway bag each. You get halfway through to your house and are now driving through a mountain, when all of a sudden the taxi starts to make a weird noise, and the noise starts to get louder and louder, and the taxi stops. The taxi driver asks you not to panic, and he will take a look at it. You're in the middle of nowhere, on top of a mountain, and the road is full of fog. The driver opens the bonnet, and he gets his torch to try and figure out what has happened to the vehicle. A few minutes go by, and you ask the taxi driver if he has figured out what is wrong. He doesn't know what has happened. You're panicking a little bit at this point. Not so long after, you see a light coming from the back. You turn, and it's another taxi. Its driver pulls over and already has a passenger in the back. He offers you to take you home, even though he already has a passenger. Now, here is where you need to make your decision. Option A. You stay with your current taxi driver and wait until he fixes the car. What you do need to think about is the car really broken down? Or is there something sinister going on? Option B. You get in the new taxi and head home, even though you will need to share the taxi with another passenger who looks a little creepy. Now, I'll leave the decision in your hands. Choose wisely. Very wisely, as this will determine your fate. And remember, you can only choose once.